A new survey tells us that over half of teens in the United States are involved in or have been involved in some sort of abusive relationship. Fox UP's Kelsey Nemestow has the details. Kelsey.
Now, Ben, it's a brand new survey out just last month from the University of Chicago's National Opinion Research Center. The survey found that 20% of teens reported being in a physically abusive relationship, and that 60% of teens said they've been both the victim and the perpetrator of psychological and emotional abuse.
A lot of relationships, every relationship starts off with the honeymoon, the positive feelings and the hopes for good things to work out. But as the relationship goes, different types of controlling behaviors start to add up.
It's appalling, but the numbers don't lie. Dating abuse happens when one partner exerts power and control over the other, whether physical, emotional, or psychological. Over half of teens have experienced abuse, and the behavior usually starts out seemingly innocent.
What might start off as just sharing a password to Facebook or social media websites to show that you're trusting is the beginning of an example of a controlling behavior.
Name calling, calling or texting you constantly, demanding to know with who and where you've been. These are early red flags that oftentimes are confused with affection when in reality they're subtle forms of abuse, power, and control.
Isolating from friends and family, maybe saying, I don't want you to go spend time with your friends, I'd rather you spend all your time with me, or making you feel bad about spending time with your friends and family, even though that person may know it's important to you.
And sometimes the abuser wants even more control. That's when it can escalate to sexual violence.
It's not uncommon for dating violence to lead to a sexual violence situation. It's kind of in comparison to marital rape, where sexual roles become expected in a relationship, and where those boundaries lie with respect and consent get very blurry sometimes.
Women aged 16 to 24 are at the highest risk for unhealthy abusive relationships. Although men can be victims of dating violence as well, it's largely gender-based, victimizing 4 times more women than men.
And if somebody comes to you and they're confiding in you, believe them and to talk to them openly about, all right, what's been going on in your relationship? What options do you see that you have? And encourage them to think of their safety and try to connect them to some resources.
The Women's Center officials say they see many cases of use and abuse of social media, especially among the younger teens and adolescents. Their partner expects them to give them passwords to social media or abuses them online. The Women's Center and Harbor House officials say they want teens in the community to know that that's not okay in a relationship and to have that boundary. Ben?
Now, unfortunately, these things do happen, but there are resources for people to go out and get help, right?
Absolutely. You can call the hotline at the Women's Center and the Harbor House. They're both connected. You can find it right in the phone book, right online. We also have quite a few areas such as, the Harbor House. You can go there and find shelter there. And then we also have, police if it gets really escalated.
All right. Thanks a lot, Kelsey.
Thanks.